You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Frustration get the better of you and make you do things you should never do. You got to keep the faith, you can't surrender. You never know, tomorrow may be brighter. Behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. As long as you have health and strength, reaching your goal, nothing should prevent. Every time you fall, get up again. Don't sit down there like that and complain. You got to stand up and continue fighting. Don't give up, keep courage, you must win. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Obstacles will get in the way, stumbling blocks to hinder your day. But you can't afford to let them stop you. No matter how hard it is to go through, you got to stand up and continue fighting. Endurance shall win in the ending. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Strong positive mind, negative thoughts, leave them behind. We got to go forward in sure certainty. Let no element humbug that possibility. But if you give up, you have no way of knowing if next day would have brought good tidings. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Behind every dark cloud, can get the better of you and make you do things you should never do. You got to keep the faith, you can't surrender. You never know, tomorrow may be brighter. Behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. As long as you have health and strength, reaching your goal, nothing should prevent. Every time you fall, get up again. Don't sit down there like that and complain. You got to stand up and continue fighting. Don't give up, keep courage, you must win. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Obstacles will get in the way, stumbling blocks to hinder your day. But you can't afford to let them stop you. No matter how hard it is to go through, you got to stand up and continue fighting. Endurance shall win in the ending. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Be of a strong, positive mind. Negative thoughts, leave them behind. We got to go forward in sure certainty. Let no element humbug that possibility. But if you give up, you have no way of knowing if next day would have brought good tidings. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying. We gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. We know it's a long and winding road, and we got a heavy load, but we have to hold it straight. Get up and try again, because behind every dark cloud,
Go comfortably amid the noise and haste, and remember what as far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should.
Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive Him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life. Keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful. Strive to be happy.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to get a quick check. Caribbean Soul, Hanif, can you just let me know if you're hearing the audio? Caribbean Soul, Marilyn McBurnie, Ban Meha, can you put in the chat if you are hearing this audio? Because I'm going to tell you guys where I'm coming to you from. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys where I'm coming to you from. Please put in the chat. Okay, Hanif, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, folks, let me just tell you guys this, right? I'm very honest with you guys, straightforward. And I say we keep it real here. But before we do that, let me go and do this. Because we always have to do this. And because we originate, we don't imitate. We tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So take a listen to this.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the only program on the planet with an oath such pledge to you, the people, that will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And as we always say, doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Sonaranius, each and every one is welcome on Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. And also, ladies and gentlemen, tell you, it doesn't matter what t-shirt you wear. Here we have pink t-shirt, a mauve t-shirt, a orange t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome on Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics. So, folks, we tell you the truth, and Tommy's going to join us just on. We say that we tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So I am joining you from St. Lucia. I'm on vacation. I want to show you guys. Anyway, I'm on vacation in St. Lucia. I am currently here with my wife. Yes, with my wife. We are at an all-inclusive in the mountains of St. Lucia. I got to tell you, it is splendiferous, marvelous, splentacular, splentastic. If Trinidad and Tobago can only be 50% of this as far as tourism is concerned, then we'll be able to diversify the economy. Prime Minister Raul, if you're listening, you, Stuart Young. All right, so let me call the people who are here, want to become the next political leader of the PNM, because I hear some kind of rumors. You all could, correct me if I'm wrong, because remember, I'm in St. Lucia. But let me give you guys the story. Yeah? So this morning, I woke up and I did 3 miles this morning, 3 miles. And folks, I have to be honest with you. I have never ran so many hills in my life. When I started, the first hill was a quarter mile. Think about it, a quarter mile. I got to the top of that hill. I went downhill a little bit, then another uphill, then downhill again. So I went out 1.5 miles, and coming back now, I have to go back up this next hill. Well, I ain't run so much hill in my life, I'll be honest with you, but it's really, really, really wonderful. And
Tommy Mohammed said Trinidad and Tobago has nice places, Professor Wall Street. Okay. Okay. So I'm waiting for Tommy to join us. So, folks, I hear a rumor, because remember, I'm not in Trinidad, and I'm trying to do a kind of news fast for the next few days, right? I heard a rumor that Prime Minister Rowley possibly, but wait. Let me just go before that. I heard there was a real mashup. Nah, Hanif is not in Trinidad. Let me go to the chat first. It's not in Trinidad. I will talk about that in a little bit. So Hanif says, good afternoon, gentlemen, and all visitors, Uncle T and Pro. Hope you all are having a super Sunday. Fill out everything that is good. Yeah. Marilyn McBurnie, hello to you, Marilyn. Ban Meha, how you going, brother? Nice to see you again. Hanif says, it is strange that people call for accountability. When the time comes, they refuse. Is there a word for that, Uncle T? Unaccountable? Yeah. Caribbean Soul, welcome. Heaven. Okay. Well, appear real nice, and I ain't gonna lie to all, yeah. Don't follow anyone that's not going anywhere. My mother told me, friend is curry, but you don't bring you back. Yeah, boy. Growing up in Trinidad, Caribbean Soul, I hear that all the time. Lua Hair Salon and Spa. I wonder where is that, boy? That look like a advertisement for them, you know? Nah, it's not Trinidad, not Trinidad. Gordon Joseph says, good after lunch to all. How are you today? Many of us are at that place where we realize life is too hard to live it without God. All right. Tommy Mohammed says, good afternoon, Professor Washington and Uncle Tommy and all listeners. Marilyn says, we're here. Yes, Marilyn, thank you. Tommy hearing, thank you. Trinidad and Tobago has nice places, Professor Wall Street. Yeah. Maybe I have to try and get to one of a few of them places. Bijram, good day, all listeners. Uncle Tommy and Wall. 95% on the recovery list. I trust God to make it 100% soon. Bijram, if you're at 95 is excellent. Banma, we are going to get like St. Lucia and better Wall Street. Oil and gas will be our side hustle in the green economy. Banma, let me tell you something, Let me tell you something. Boss, I love Trinidad and Tobago. The only way we're going to get to somewhere in Trinidad and Tobago is to get rid of this ego. Now, let me try and take this call. We're trying something new. Let me see if I could accept this call. KFC, you hearing me? Oh, God. Yeah, KFC. How are you going, brother? Yes, man, I'm vacation, man. KFC, boy, I ain't lying. Yeah, me and the wifey. Yeah. And she give me a little bly to come and do the program. It's a bly. And hey, KFC, you know something? Think about this, right? When the prime minister goes away, he just disengages himself from Trinidad and Tobago. You know? When I say that, if anything important happened in Trinidad, anything significant, he don't even call a little press conference away or send a little video or something to tell the people, well, listen, you don't keep in check. You went to the funeral? But KFC. Yeah, actions speak louder than words, man. Yeah. Bacchanal here, boy. I hear it's Amy Brown, Faris Alwari, Stuart Young, Penelope Beckles. I ain't if they put Foster Cummins picture, but I was here. Must be rolling in the grave, right? Under this wicked, evil Prime Minister Rowley and that PNM government. Nah, wait, KFC. All right, I go talk about that. I go play a video. I go play a video about that. Yeah, man. Bless. All right, so folks, Mover Defender, call me back. I could only take one call at a time on this here because remember, this is something new we're doing here. There's something new. And it says I thought it was in Trinidad, but I can understand why you choose somewhere else. Nah, boy, people tell me all kind of thing. Mover Defender, welcome. Oh, you wasn't here in KFC? Oh, yeah, right. All right. So whoever, you know something? Let me try something. Let me try these settings here and see what happens. All right, call me back. Okay. All right. So folks, let me try something here. Audio. Oh boy. Only hearing me. They couldn't hear him. All right. You know what, folks? I want to tell you, for today, we're not going to take phone calls because I have to fix these settings. This is the first time we're trying this. All right. So, folks, we will not be able to take phone calls. Tommy, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Sorry to put on my avatar, but that's the only way I can stabilize my phone since I having some problems with my laptop today, as you know.
Yeah. Okay. Bishram, are you hearing Tommy? Or you couldn't get the audio for the other caller. All right. You know what it is, Bishram, then? Thanks a lot. I'm not sure because it's something that we're trying here for the first time. So, yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, is McBurnie backstage?
Okay, good. Yeah.
Is McBurnie?
Oh, God.
Wall Street, can you hear me?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, Tommy.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's going on, right, Tommy? Whenever a call comes in, I am hearing the caller. You cannot hear the caller, nor the audience can hear the caller, right? So what we're gonna do is tell people, instead of calling, put your message in the chat. Put your message in the chat because we are not the system fix up, but we still have to get the audio into the board. Since this is the first time we are trying something here, of course, I'm in St. Lucia. Tommy's back in the United States of America. So we kind of thought we had it set, Tommy, but we have a little difficulty still. But anyway, we're going to still keep it moving. Right, Tommy?
Do we have McBurnie backstage?
Nah, we don't have him backstage. Is it Marilyn McBurnie?
Well, yes, it will say Marilyn McBurnie. But
Right. Yeah, Marilyn is in the chat, but not backstage.
Marilyn is the wife. The husband name is Terrence.
Okay.
He's
All right.
supposed to be backstage.
Right. No, Terrence is not backstage. So Terrence. Oh God, Tommy, Tommy,
Uh-huh.
Tommy, they killing me now. I was transparent with them, and I told them that I'm on vacation, and I'm in St. Lucia on a vacation, right? Because we said that on this program we're going to tell the truth, right? And oh God, they're killing me now. Let me move what defender says. He said, Wall Street, it's sad that you have to take a vacation in a different country of your birth. Move defender, you are right, you know. You are absolutely correct. Tommy, I feel, let me be honest with you guys. I really don't feel comfortable under this regime here to come to Trinidad and take a vacation. I've been very honest. Very, very honest. And I am a person used to be in Trinidad like maybe twice a year. I'll come for Carnival and I'll come for next time. But under this regime here, I feel right coming to Trinidad and Tobago. I'll put it that way. I'll put it that way, Tommy. You know? So Tommy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So what I'm gonna do, Tommy, I'm just gonna stay through the time, and I gotta call my wife on the phone and tell, you know, she gotta get my blight for this one time, but we go try and fix things for tomorrow and the rest of the week. Right?
Yeah, I was looking forward to my real good friend McBurnie, because he's currently in Trinidad, and he's been there for like a month or more. And I know he was going to give us and he will give us a very objective perspective on the way things are, and the way he sees things at this time. And based on his experiences, he would be able to share a lot of information with us.
Tommy, I hear you. And Tommy, I have to tell you this, eh? We came here yesterday. We arrived last night because the plane was delayed. And Tommy, this St. Lucia is a much smaller place than Trinidad and Tobago.
Absolutely.
But I have to tell you, Tommy, you can already see now St. Lucia don't have oil and gas, right? St. Lucia is tourism based.
Sun and sea.
Sun and sea. And you can already see the difference in the people in St. Lucia coming into the airport. From the time you land and you're coming to the airport, it's like it is so different, man.
Attitudes, the attitude of the citizens actually makes the society.
Tommy, you are so correct. Tommy, I went running this morning. I was telling the people I went running this morning. I went 3 miles this morning. And the people just see me pass and they know me from Adam. Hey, morning. Hey, morning. Up and down the street. So now every time I run and I pass somebody's morning, how you going? Morning, how you going? You know, and it's such a difference. And the people, boy, people.
That's what makes the society.
Yeah, it's just, anyway.
You see, what has happened is that we in Trinidad took a lot of things for granted, and not realizing that it's very important to have the right attitude and to treat each other with courtesy. The watchwords, even if we just follow the watchwords, tolerance, what's that? Discipline, tolerance, and production. If we follow those watchwords, it would take us far. It would have taken us all the way.
So let me read a message here from Gordon Joseph. Everybody, or maybe I should say, everyone well-thinking person always want to go somewhere new, not where they know. Stoops. What you just be talking about, Tommy, right? Who talk about that people don't want to discover new places? I was just honest with the people about coming to Trinidad. You because I don't want to come to Trinidad under your party. You're upset. Look, so me on vacation, you know. Dylan Mohammed, welcome. Where are you joining us from? Rochford. While you're there, find out for us, please, if they have the we versus them dotishness like book there. No, they don't have that book. They don't have that book yet.
No, that don't exist there.
Nah, that don't exist yet. You might quicker find that book where you live in. Rochford Beale, where you joining us from? Dylan Mohammed, where you joining us from? When I say where, if you're in Trinidad, what parts of Trinidad? Tommy, you hear the thing going on in the PNM?
No, what's going on?
Well, but hear this now, Tommy. Somehow, you know, I was in all these PNM WhatsApp group, and they forward me a message about the bacchanal and confusion in the PNM, boy. They forward me the message. And Tommy, let me say this, based on the WhatsApp messages I received, Foster Cummins was never told about the convention and the internal election cancellation. Because from the message that I received that they deleted after, Stuart Young decided to cancel the internal election as chairman of the party, decided to cancel the internal election and the convention without the general council's permission. So
Wow.
he must
Yeah.
he get something from the top fella. You understand? And he was just carrying out the whims. And the general secretary of the PNM, who is Foster Cummins, was unaware that they had canceled the convention and the internal election. And it's my understanding, based on the sources, that the only way they can cancel that, it had to come through the general secretary and the general council. So it's a big mashup in the PNM. So I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. But anyway, Tommy, I see your friend in the back. Let me bring in your friend. Mr. McBurnie, welcome to Sunday Talk. Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, Terrence, you'll have to excuse my avatar because I'm using my phone. My laptop ain't doing what it usually does.
Okay.
So
you guys are hearing me?
And I can't hold my phone in my hand, in my face forever. So I just press it down and put on the avatar.
That's fine.
But Terrence, it's a pleasure to have you in Sunday Talk. Let's Talk Politics with Professor Wall Street and me, Uncle Tommy. And well, I've known you for a while, and you are one that I hold in high esteem based on your experiences and some of the things that you have accomplished in this lifetime. I don't know if you care to just share with the audience who you are and some of your a brief overview of some of the things that you have done since you leave Trinidad, or before and after.
Okay, your camera is muted. I think your camera is muted. Your camera is muted. Tommy?
Yes.
As soon as you say that, his camera was muted. Let me see. Hold on, huh? Are you hearing us? Mr. McBurnie, are you hearing us? Hello? Tommy's not hearing us.
Sergeant McBurnie.
No, you're not hearing us. Somehow, as soon as you finished talking, he went mute. So I'll see him when he comes back. All right. Tommy, Tommy, should I ignore this or should I make a comment on it? Gordon Joseph is saying, love Trinidad and Tobago, huh? You fool plenty of us, bro. Should I comment on that or should I not be a stray dog and bark at every car door that pass by?
No, you have to just leave that alone because
All right, I'll go leave it alone.
yeah.
I'll go leave it alone. Banmeha, we need younger leaders, but who can we trust? All right, folks. So we're not taking any calls because no audio coming from the callers. Right? Malachi, welcome. We're going to figure if... Let me see feedback. Are you hearing us? Terrence, are you hearing us? Okay. As soon as you fix that, we get back to him. Tommy Mohammed says, on the UNC side, who are the younger ones we can put as leader? Gordon Joseph say, I'm hearing Tommy. Yeah?
Yeah, good afternoon to everybody, to you,
America
Gordon.
they choose older people to be their commentator. Marilyn McBurnie, can you tell Terrence that we are not hearing him? Terrence, are you hearing us? Terrence, we are not hearing him. So can you tell him to go out and come back in? Marilyn, tell him to go out and come back in. Just tell him to go out of the program and come back. Oh, you know what? Let me kick him from the studio. So let him come back, all right? Tommy Mohammed, they're now choosing Messiahs. Nah, Tommy, don't worry yourself. Not you, Tommy, but Tommy in the chat.
Yeah,
Harris,
Muhammad.
yeah, don't worry, Tommy. Harris going. Banmea say Wall Street. Did you see about Minister Gopi Schoon? What Minister Gopi Schoon had to say about Rowley 2027 Better Days thing? She threw him under the bus. She has balls. Threw him under the bus. Hey, Tommy, look, Patty.
Good day, Patty. Good day. How are you?
Good day, Patty. How are you? Wall Street, Trinidad different also. The amount of massy stores taken over Trinidad, eh? Yeah. Patty say, that's what you get in a tourism-driven industry. So, Patty, why can't Trinidad be a tourism as well? Why can't we diversify the economy into tourism as well? Why not,
We
Patty?
have the products.
We have the product. Making excuses for a party again. Oh, God, Patty. Sunday, boy, Sunday. Mr. McBurnie, welcome back.
Thank you.
As soon as you started to talk, the video just disappeared, boy. I know what happened. Yeah.
Right.
Sarge,
Okay.
tell the audience about some of your experiences because we're gonna, like I said to you earlier, we're gonna be tapping you for some of your thoughts as to what you've seen since you've been home for a month or two already. How long you been home? A month?
About 7 weeks. I've been home about 7 weeks, but I come here at least twice a year, and each time I would stay maybe 2 to 3 months. So I'm living almost 6 months in Trinidad and 6 months in Texas. And coming here and mostly listening to the people, the cost of living is a killer for the average Trinidadian. You can't buy a lot of land on a single salary. You can't build a house on a single salary. And once the working class people get an increase, everything else goes up. So even though you may get a 2% or a 5% increase, the cost of transportation goes up almost immediately, food stuff goes up almost immediately, and all of the consumer products goes up almost immediately. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult for the average person here to make ends meet currently. And, you talk to the people on the street and they're losing hope. And I think that is indeed a concern, because once the young people start to lose hope, they're turning to other means. And this is something that needs to be fixed, and fixed quickly.
So, Sergeant, I don't mean to get you involved in any type of politics, or
Right?
get you involved in any type of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Trinidad, if you talk the wrong language,
Yes.
you could get in big trouble,
Yeah.
you know, big trouble.
Yeah.
But Sarge, does the current government have the testicular fortitude to fix the problems that the people of Trinidad and Tobago face?
I question that a whole lot. I'm gonna give you an example. So everyone knows that there's a property tax, and that it was due on September 30th.
Correct.
And you would expect everyone in the neighborhood to probably get their tax bill either the same day or maybe the same week or within the same month. And I'm living in the city of San Fernando, and the house across from me got theirs. My next door neighbor got hers. I didn't get any. So eventually they sent a letter to me, and they wouldn't give it to anybody. I have to sign for it. So it sat in the post office until I went there and signed and picked it up. So I assume I'm getting a tax bill. Instead of a tax bill, I'm getting a rental value.
Annual rental value. The annual rental value.
Yeah.
Mm.
A bill is a bill.
Correct.
If you're living in a single family home that's always been held by the family, you're not renting. And most people are not renting in Monrepo, San Fernando, right? So you're expecting a bill to pay just like a light bill, a phone bill, or any other bill. And instead you get this rental value, which is crazy because, for example, they're telling me that my house could fetch $5,000 per month. And that's impossible. It almost leads me to think that it's probably better I rent out the house than to live in it, because you're telling me that I could get $5,000 a month for this. And of course, no one in this climate would pay that. But the actual bill, I've been here now almost 2 months, and I went into them. They wanted a copy of your deed and all these documents again. And it all depends on who you talk to on any given day. When you go to these government agencies, because you'll hear one thing and you go and you get that and you come back and you talk to another person in the same office and they tell you something different. So make a long story short, I gave them everything they asked for. And I said, so what's next? Okay, well, what's next is you have to wait for the Board of Inland Revenue. So I went to a meeting which was attended by my representative for San Fernando East, Mr. Manning. And at the end of the day, he said to me, look, if you don't have a bill, you don't have to pay anything. So whenever you get a bill, then you pay. So that's what's going on here. Some people get a bill, some people pay, some people haven't received a bill, and therefore you don't pay. I don't understand it. And of course, they're taxing the private homes before they tax the businesses.
Hello. Yeah. So, Mr. McBurnie,
So,
someone is asking a question. Is
Mhm.
Mr. McBurnie related to Beryl McBurnie?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't think so.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. You know, um, so that's one of the experience in Trinidad and Tobago, right? And we have to go for a break in another few minutes or so. But what other experiences that you see that you can bring to the table to have an impact on the things that need to change in Trinidad and Tobago? Give us one quick. No, hold that thought. We're
Okay.
gonna do that by the time we come back. So
Okay.
what we want to know from you
Yeah.
is that give us one or two things you think that can have a significant impact on Trinidad and Tobago. And I can tell you right now, the government consider you to be a foreigner because
Okay.
if you don't live in Trinidad 14
Okay.
months, look at this is a pun. If you
Yes.
don't live in Trinidad 14 months out of
Okay.
12 a month, you're
Okay.
considered to be an outsider. You know
Okay.
that? Because they consider Tommy and I to be outsiders.
Okay. You all are. but my name happens to be on the election listing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I will stain my finger again. I did it in 2020 and I'm looking forward to next year, God's will.
Right. Yeah. And I'm going to stain mine soon. I just want to go to a comment here by Abby. Abby, you are so correct. Abby says Wall Street, you could go vacation anywhere you want. That don't mean you don't love Trinidad and Tobago. It has some people. You know, sometimes there's a code that says if you think ignorance is expensive, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance.
Yeah.
You know, and let me repeat that.
Mhm.
If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. A person is trying to say, I come to St. Lucia on vacation, right? And I don't love Trinidad and Tobago. Why could I go on vacation in St. Lucia and I don't love Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Yeah.
Listen, when Elon Musk goes on vacation in Hawaii,
Mhm.
right? He don't love South Africa. I mean, anyway.
Yes.
Anyway. So
It's your choice.
it's your choice, and you want to explore. You want to explore and go and see
Absolutely.
different things.
Absolutely.
You understand? And
Yes.
that's what life is about. Life is
Yeah.
about exploring. Every time
Yeah.
I want to go plus really and truly, I really don't have no. Anyway, let me just say that. Let me be honest. I really don't have no incentive right now
Yes.
to come to Trinidad and Tobago. This is me personally. I
Yes.
don't have no incentive to
Yes.
come to Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm speaking the truth, especially under this government. Folks, we're going to go for the break. We'll be right back. Stick and stay is Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and Mr. McBurnie and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this message. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 p.m. And of course, every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And unfortunately, folks, we can't take any phone calls because the system is kind of messed up, being that I'm away. I'm actually not in the United States. I'm in St. Lucia on vacation. And my wife gave me a little blight. She gave me a little blight today to come and do this program, right? And we have with us Sergeant Terrence McBurnie. Let me just read something from the text messages here. Gordon Joseph says, bro, I'm glad you go somewhere new. It may help you to help your 6.5 friends. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Anything coming from Gordon Joseph is, It's kind of, anyway. Bro, and our next message from him, that's how life is now. Everybody want to get their prices up. But thanks be to God, while many things going up, Jesus Christ is coming down soon. The book, Matthew chapter 24. Man always quoting all kind of scriptures. You know, actions speak louder than words. I'm going to quickly go to the chat here. Tommy Mohammed says, which means the tax system ain't set up right. Caribbean Soul says, Marilyn, yes, we're hearing him. Refresh your YouTube page. Caribbean Soul says, I feel God knows want you to come by him Wall Street. Judy, welcome. Good evening, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Valsang says, you can't expect brilliance to flow from the PNM developed mind. Yeah. Look, we partner from Belmont come. The fellow who played for Belmont B team and he started on the bench. BJ, Brian John. Yeah, he played for Belmont B team. He started on the bench. He says, share the live, spread the propaganda. No, we don't have no propaganda here, BJ. No propaganda. We're only speaking the truth. Gordon Joseph says, why you always try to twist things, boy? Gosh, boy, get some truth in you for Trinidad and Tobago's sake now. I was dealing with your friend from up so. I mean, well, writing so I could understand you then. Nadira says, Wall Street and Tommy, your host is a pleasant afternoon. Wall Street, Tommy and your host, a pleasant afternoon to you. Thank you. So, back to the question, Sergeant McBurnie.
Mm-hmm.
Give us 2 or 3 things you see, right? Let me 2 or 3 things you see that
you know something was before we go any further, I was thinking maybe we should have him tell us just to appease some of our audience, some of the positive things that he has noted since he's been there.
Well,
okay.
The national instrument. It was a time when pan would only be played around Carnival time, and now pan is being played throughout the year. There's competitions, there's shows, and I think it's quite positive because you don't normally have violence in pan yards. So more and more school children and adults are getting involved in learning to play the national instrument. That for me is a positive. With regards to the other things that I've noticed, the government claims that they have all these programs out for young people because you have so many of them dropping out of school each year. However, the problem is the location where these programs are being held. You have these 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds, they have no skills and they don't have full passes. So therefore, when they go to look for a job, they're not competitive. But according to what I was told, part of the problem is the gangs and the borderlines. If you are in Beetham and the program is offered in Laventille, you can't cross the border. So therefore, you cannot access that program. That is a problem that needs to be addressed because learning a trade, you have a lot of young ladies who want to get into cosmetology and hair and nails is a big thing here and quite costly. And they do offer courses. But again, the sad thing is that depending on where you live will determine whether or not you could get a visa to cross the border. That's a challenge in Trinidad. That's a challenge. So you have some people who are in certain communities and they feel helpless because they are interested in getting a skill or learning a trade, but the gang violence is preventing a lot of young people. And that is where the frustration is coming in.
So basically, you're saying the only positive thing that you've observed is the attention that's being given to the steel pan at this time.
Yes. I attempted to drive from San Fernando to Point on the new highway, quote unquote. It ain't ready yet. You're driving, and after about 5-7 miles, you have a detour. And then you go back through a village, and then you come back onto the highway. And you drive another 3 to 5 miles, and there's another detour. And this was supposed to be a highway that has long been on the books to be completed so that the people of the Southwest Peninsula had easy access to San Fernando and Port of Spain. And it has been too long. Similarly, I came here in January this year for Carnival, and they were widening the highway from 2 lanes to 3 lanes in the Chaguanas area. If you know where, everyone knows where the clock is, close to Bagwansing, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And from there to Freeport, that was supposed to be done by August. And now they're saying it'll be done in December. And I drove there yesterday and there was no one working. Okay? So there's a lot of frustration. The driving public is frustrated. All the roads are in a state of disrepair. And which is another burden on the average citizen here with car repairs and the cost of parts, or even the availability of parts. So that is another challenge for most people that I've seen. Lots of foods in the market are imported. All right? That's another challenge. Just recently, there was a big furor about the Hyatt Hotel only accepting US currency. And you live and work in Trinidad and paid in TT dollars. And I guess the backlash they got from that, it has since been rescinded. It is sad, but I wish there was more positives that I'm just talking about what I've seen. I don't even want to mention, well, I have to mention the healthcare system. And in Trinidad, though they're telling you that the healthcare is available and it's free, supposedly, there's still a lot of corruption with these doctors in the healthcare system. And the average citizen is finding it difficult to access care. You go to the hospitals or you go to the health centers, and any type of procedure you need, it could very well take 1 to 2 years. You're always on a waiting list. And that is also a big challenge here for the average person. As far as access to good medical care. That's probably up there with crime. Yeah? The crime situation is preventing people from attending shows and being able to even walk the streets of Port of Spain and most of the big cities. After 5 p.m. is a ghost town. That needs to be fixed.
So that means that tourism is not going to fare well at all in Trinidad at this time.
Correct. And they have just started the cruise ship season. As far as I know, 1 cruise ship came into port so far, and there are several others. However, it's really something if you come here and you go and try to walk the streets of Port of Spain. or any other city, any other city, San Fernando, what have you, because everyone locks up at 5 o'clock. It's like a self-imposed curfew. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge. And as a result of that, the people are not spending the money as they should. As far as entertainment is taking a hit, and here it is, Tobago is having a carnival the end of October. And the people who are involved in producing the bands are yet to get a budget from Tobago as far as how much could we spend and what's the plan. But yet still you're trying to bring tourists here. And instead of hearing more and more about Tobago Carnival, you're hearing about Carnival in Miami. That is what you're hearing on the radio stations here. So then you wonder what's happening with Tobago Carnival, that everyone was sold on doing this in the month of October.
Who's responsible for that, do you believe?
With which deal? The THA, Tobago?
For the lack of exposure.
Well, I want to say it's a combination. The THA is running their own carnival, so therefore they should be. Heaven alone knows where they are advertising it. But like I said, on the airwaves here, you're hearing about shows in other countries, and not about Tobago. Granted, last year was a challenge getting people across the island by both air and sea.
Mr. McBurnie, I want to point you to a comment by a young man. We people, we just call him BJ. His name is Brian John. He played for Belmont B team and he started on the bench. Right? This is what he says: Wall Street, your guest is spreading propaganda. You need to raise the bar when it comes to your guests. Mr. McBurnie, you mean you leave America to go to Trinidad to come on this program in order to spread propaganda? Can you help us with that?
Well, what I'm saying is what I've seen. I don't know where BJ is, but at the end of the day, talking to the people in Trinidad, I cannot comment about the healthcare, for example, unless I talk to people who are going through their challenges, right? And the average person tell you, you go to, you have to have a procedure done, and the length of time, number one, and the lack of medication, number two, is frustrating, especially for the people who can't afford it, who don't have insurance. So I don't know what propaganda he's talking about.
Well, it's interesting, Sergeant McBurnie. Whenever you try to speak the facts about Trinidad and Tobago, first thing they will brand you is that you're UNC. That's the first thing they will tell you, right? Or they're going to say, well, what are you talking about? He don't live here. He just live in foreign. He don't live here, right? And the same thing they say about Tommy and I, that we don't live there. But it's interesting, we could tell them more about what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago than them who living in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Because we follow it. And a prime example is today. I mean, I don't have to be doing this program today. I'm on vacation.
Right.
I'm in St. Lucia on vacation. I don't have to do this program today. And the audacity of the fellow by the name of Gordon Joseph to say that you don't love Trinidad and Tobago because you're going to St. Lucia on vacation. I mean, if you would even think about it, but listen about it, that man on vacation with his wife, and he come in here to give us 3 hours of his time while he's on vacation. I mean, what else we need? Well, he's a PNM too, You gotta be honest, he's a PNM, right? And I voted for PNM in 2015 and 2020.
Okay.
And we are transparent here. And all we are trying to do, Sergeant McBurnie,
Mhm.
is to give the government and the
Yes.
people,
Yes.
right, ideas to make
Yes.
the country better.
Yes.
Why is that so difficult for them to understand?
I have I comment about the ease of also doing business in Trinidad,
Oh, wow.
where every office you go into have a computer on the desk. However, there's still lack of information among the employees, and worse yet, among the population. The people don't know their rights, and depending on who you talk to on any given day, there's so many different stories that it frustrates you. You know, and we know how things are supposed to be done, and all we are hoping for is that things in this country would improve, that customer service would improve. I heard on the television about, I guess, a murder that took place, a mother and child, and the aunt commented about calling the hotline for help and getting a recording, and they would swear up and down it's supposed to be manned 24/7. But you call here after 4 and they're on vacation until tomorrow or Monday, right? So abuse victims have no recourse, and that's frustrating. Until they wear the shoe, they could say what they want.
Yeah. You
You know?
know, it's interesting, right? Here's another comment from the chat. It says, they call me Wall Street, right? Wall Street, you ever try getting an American audience on this radio station? You know, again, it this is a program about Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
This is not a program about going on in America. Yes, we know about the election upcoming. We know about
Yes.
Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. We know about all these things.
Yes.
But this program here, and as a matter of fact, Sergeant McBurnie, you reside in America, Tommy resides in America, and I reside in America. Right? So when you hear this person comes in and asks if I ever trying to get an American audience on this program, first of all, they might
For what
be.
purpose?
What is the purpose? What is the purpose?
Yeah.
Help me there. What is the purpose of getting an American audience on this radio station?
But we do have an American audience, except they're from the Trinidad diaspora.
There we go.
Yes. Yeah.
So
This is not about bashing anyone. All this is about is that you are observant. Let me give you another example. So you arrive in Trinidad and you disembark and you're walking towards immigration and customs. Where's the national instrument? Where's the pan music that should be greeting you? Okay? Look at the pictures on the walls. Where is the scanner machine that we were supposed to stick your passport in for ease of entry? I recall about a year or two ago they were installed. But up to now, part of the frustration here is nothing gets completed. You know, you hear a lot of talk, and we are doing this and we are doing that, and we're opening all these community centers and we are doing things, and nothing is ever completed. Yeah, the Mosquito Creek, that situation, chances are 5 years from now, it would still be in the same condition. And I know for a fact that people in Point been waiting 50, 60 years for the highway.
well, Sergeant McBurnie, maybe if we get our next government, maybe they will see the ways of this government and they will come and improve things. Because, you know, as explainers say, we really can't go on this way, you know.
Yeah, no.
We just can't go on this way. Right?
It's frustrating.
Very frustrating. All right, right. But here is another person. BJ again. But Wall Street, he only speaking on where he probably went to line. But the Avenue is a busy spot. Why didn't Sarge go there? A lot of content creators do, and it's pretty busy.
Okay. Part of the issue. Well, first of all, I was on the Avenue for what was it? Pan on the Move, Pan on the Road, whatever it was, Independence Day or thereabouts. And again, the national instrument was played, and when you look at the people who was there, it didn't represent Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, the young people weren't there for that. Yes, they played the instrument, but as far as the other group of people who would normally come out for a national event, it's weird. It's weird that we don't love our own instrument. We may talk the talk, or we may love it for panorama. But as far as supporting what we have, as far as the music and the amount of local content on the radio stations,
I put it up here to see it.
Look, and that's the whole thing. You see,
I put it up there to see it.
Yes, yeah. Because the people, look, you know why I'm here? Because I've always been a Trinidadian. Okay, I've always been a Trinidadian, and the people who know me would know how much I love this island. All we are looking for is the ease in doing business, the ease in getting things done. Don't even talk about going to the bank to open an account. Okay? That's another challenge here. Everything has to be so difficult. Everything has to be so difficult. There must be a better way. Who willing to continue this for another 10, 15, 20 years is left up to them. We probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah. And Sergeant McBurnie, all we are trying to do is help the government and the people understand that there's a better way to do things. Let me give them an example.
Yes.
We always compare Trinidad and Tobago to the worst of the worst. And I tell them, why don't we compare ourselves to Iceland, where they have the lowest crime rate in the world? Why don't we compare ourselves to them? Why don't we compare ourselves to countries that are doing good? Why we compare ourselves to the worst of the worst?
Yes.
You know, and these things are so simple, right? And for Patricia, for Patita says, if you think it's so bad, why you here half the year? But I will show you, Patty, it's bad and he's still there. If it's bad and I'm still there, it means to say I'm really concerned about what's going on. Right? Really concerned.
Yes.
So, you know, I mean, it is things that we see.
And I think that is part of the problem here. You have nurses in the hospitals who have been trained and who would love to stay. But due to the compensation, due to the work conditions, as soon as they get a visa, they're gone. And we don't have replacements. The people who want to become nurses, you hear them complaining about the stipend that they're supposed to get and how long it takes to get it. I talk to people here. You have people who have worked for many years and they retire. And upon their retirement, they're still waiting 6-8 months to start to get paid or to collect what is theirs rightfully. But I think where this person is going is we like it so. You know,
Sergeant McBurnie, you're still in Trinidad, right?
Yes.
You know, think about this, right? The Prime Minister
Mm-hmm.
has an entertainment budget of $50 million.
Yes.
$50 million.
Yes.
Not 1 million, 2 million.
Right.
For the children things, whatever that children thing is, they get $1 million. 1 million. The TTPS, no, the strategy SSA, the SSA,
Yes.
they had received 69 and $59 million for CCTV cameras.
Yes.
Think about this.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're receiving all that money for these things, why is crime so high in the country?
Correct. Correct. We don't even want to discuss the detection rate. We don't want to discuss the detection rate. It's a challenge here. And when you talk to the average man on the street, sometimes you wonder where the newspaper go to talk to people and who they're talking to and everything else when they come up with some of their issues. But at the end of the day, it's just so difficult to get things done. And I'm not asking for anything extra, right? I'm just asking for a country that delivers. I'm just asking for the people who father, grandfather, and great-grandfather worked in the oil refinery. And now that Texaco has closed, all the bordering communities and the challenges that they have. And there's no solution. And that brings me to the other thing of maintenance, and this have to go to the people who work in most public places. If you are paid to clean the hospital, please clean the hospital. If you are paid to clean the streets, do the best you could. Of course, you hear that we don't have equipment and we don't have the tools to do the job. But I firmly believe that the sense of pride is lacking,
Exactly.
And that to me is another challenge. We may get people who feel as though we are bashing. No. We want to love Trinidad. We want to continue to bring our friends and encourage our friends and relatives to come visit Trinidad. Okay? And who in their right mind right now with the crime situation would invite friends and foreigners to come here? Sad. But that's the reality. And for the young people who are graduating with 6 and 7 and 8 subjects and can't find meaningful employment, you are allowing them to think about other means. And it's very frustrating.
When you say other means, what are you talking about? Something legitimate or illegitimate?
No, illegitimate, because you have a mindset here that I ain't working for no small money, right? I ain't working for no small money, but you have no skill or trade. And those who have the skill and trade working on budgets, 2013 and 2015 salaries, with the cost of everything going up, what do you expect these people to do? So that's part of the challenge, right? That's part of the challenge.
Yeah, Tommy and Sergeant McBurnie, someone says, can you go to a hospital away and get a CT scan free?
Yes.
If you have insurance.
Even if you don't have insurance and you have an emergency, they must give you service.
Yeah.
Must give you service.
Yeah.
Must.
Yeah.
They cannot turn you out. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of things that we want people to, again, trying to make a comparison that you could go to a hospital in Trinidad and you could get a CT scan free, right?
It might take you 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true. If you go to a hospital in certain states, they cannot turn you away if you don't have insurance.
Right.
They
And you
cannot.
need care. Yep.
Once you need the care, they have to give you the care, and they got to figure out how they're going to collect their money after.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and we're not making that up.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the means, there's a thing called charity care.
Correct is right. Yes, there's something called charity care, right? And if you
Yes.
can get charity care, it will take care of a lot of things. You know, I mean, there are so much safety measures that there are in place in many of these states and many of these communities that can assist people. Like, for example, right in New Jersey, there's several food banks. Several food banks. You understand? So, you know, sometimes the people think that, oh, them in front, them don't want to come and bash
No.
the government and bash.
No. No. This is not about bashing. This is about the fact that we have traveled around the world. We have seen how things are done in other places, and we are hoping that we could come up to speed. And all of it doesn't necessarily take money, but pride in how we do what we do.
Attitude.
Okay? And the attitude plays a big part.
So Sergeant McBurnie, why haven't you abandoned Trinidad and Tobago?
I love this place, and I've been gone for almost 50 years. And
50 years.
There's not a single year that I don't come to Trinidad at least once or twice a year. Even when I am in foreign, I listen to Trinidad radio.
Talk. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Same thing, that's what we do.
Trinidad radio.
Yeah.
And all I want is the best for my island. All I want is the best for my island. All I want to see is that you could go to the hospital and get service. All I want to see is that you could go to the grocery store and be able to buy a meal for your family. Somebody brought something to my attention this morning, and I said, my God, I didn't know this. Pharmacies are having a hard time with baby formula being stolen from the shelves of Superfan. Okay? So the people that are talking, okay, I want to know if they are aware that mothers are going to the extreme to steal baby formula off the shelves.
That's interesting.
Okay.
That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And that tells you something. That tells you a picture.
Absolutely.
That gives you a picture
Absolutely.
of, and you know the thing about it, Sergeant McBurnie, is that you will hear, and this is all due to politics, you will hear people on one side of the political line say, we don't want to talk about, all the suffering people in Trinidad and Tobago. That's only talk about people suffering. Now nobody suffering, people doing good and all these type of things, right? But we showed a video here last program where up in Chumaka, Clavantel, a roof fly off a building, the building. And 14 months later, 16 months later, the people still begging for the government to go and fix the thing. Right? And this didn't come from Tommy or I. A lady did a video of it. And this is a community that have never forsaken the government. Never forsaken the government. So all I'm saying is that rather than you take a $50 million in entertainment, all right, take 25 million. Take 25.
Yeah.
Take 25 million.
Yeah.
All right? And go and have your entertainment. But you know how much 25 other millions? Sergeant Boney, the government of Guyana giving every household
I know.
200,000
Right.
Ghanese dollars. But you know
Right.
what PNM, you know what, I say PNM people, but I don't say PNM people. You know what PNM people say? Oh God, that only $6,500 in TT. That is only $1,000 in US dollars. And I'm like, but wait now, like them Guyanese gonna move to Trinidad, or they're gonna move to the US. If there's a poor person in Guyana and you have $1,000 in your bank account, and next day you wake up, you have $201,000, right? You're
Yes.
good. You could see light at the end of the tunnel. But you see, in Trinidad, you have to be careful of light at the end of the tunnel because it could be an oncoming train. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
And these are the things we just want the government to understand. We are oil and gas country. Oil and gas. You have to diversify. You have to diversify the economy. But Sergeant McBurnie, where did this sergeant come from? Where did this sergeant come from?
I spent 22 years in the U.S. Air Force.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
22 years in the U.S. Air Force.
Okay.
And 17 of those years as a recruiter, not just in the US of A, but also in Europe. So being a European recruiter and traveling and covering from Iceland to Turkey, Spain, Portugal, Germany, it allows you to travel and see things, and the things that work, you want to bring it back.
Correct.
Say, ooh, there's an easier way to do this. You could work smart and not necessarily hard. And it just is frustrating that we have all these well-traveled Trinidadians and Tobagonians who would go all over the world and they would respect the laws in other people's country. And they know better. And for some reason, when we come home, or even the people that's here, they're not willing to change the way they do business. And it's very frustrating because when you talk to the average person and they go to get services done and they keep getting the runaround, they have a phrase, it's a small thing. It's a small thing,
That's small thing, man. That's small thing. That's small thing, man. Yeah, small thing.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And there are some things that you start saying, but you all have computers on the desk. Why are you thumbing through this book and this folder and this binder? Right? And it's just so backward how things are being done. And in conclusion, it seems to me as though they are just here to frustrate people. Unless you have some string to pull where somebody is going to hook you up. Right?
Yeah.
And that goes back many, many years. Right? And you shouldn't have to have somebody to hook you up. Things should be done so that it's for everyone's benefit. And it doesn't happen that way, sadly.
Yeah, but I know you're humble about your position in the service, but you'd like to share with the audience that you're a master sergeant.
Well, look, first I have to say that I've been retired from the Air Force for the last 23 years. So things have certainly changed. However, Uncle Tom, my first assignment in New Jersey. And
True.
I would tell any Trinidadian, West Indian, who may be in the US of A and looking for a career, I would always tell them that the Air Force has been good to me. It wouldn't make you rich, but it would give you a decent lifestyle. And upon retirement, you don't have to wait 2 and 3 years to start collecting your pension. Right? The first of the following month after you retire, you start collecting. And whether I live to be 99, I'll continue to collect that pension, God's will. So you do have other options, but the Air Force has been good to me. And it has been good to several other people that I happen to know from Trinidad and Tobago who has done extremely well, and use it as a stepping stone. And don't get it twisted. I always wanted to maintain dual citizenship. Okay? So it's not like you are selling out your birthright or whatever it is. But the Air Force runs the largest airline in the world. So if you want a career in aviation and to be paid while you're being trained, I would always tell people, seek the opportunity. I know things have changed since I retired, but chances are you could still go out there and make a way for yourself.
Sergeant.
Yes.
Yeah, here's another comment. Sergeant, go easy. Stuff will be done. Everything takes time.
Okay. So I'm willing to take a bet. I'm willing to take a bet.
Oh,
When I
God.
come back here in January,
Yeah.
God's will, that road widening in Chagonas
Yeah.
is still going to be unfinished.
It might get shortened because some of my road might get eat up.
Right?
Sergeant, I left Chumakak until
Mm-hmm.
47 years ago.
Okay.
47,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I go back to Chumakak until,
Yes.
it's 47 times worse than when I left it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you want to talk about, oh God, take all the time now, stuff will be done. Take it.
Another issue I have here, and I hate to say it's an issue, but I'm saying what I see. Now the government have a lot of housing schemes, projects. They're building houses for people, and which is a good thing because the average working class cannot afford a lot of land for $500,000, $750,000, and then another $1 million to build the house. So it's wonderful that the government is doing this. However, we are not maintaining these properties. I have a problem. I have a problem here with the fact that everybody seems to sit and think that the government must give you a handout. That if you choose to build a house on the river bank and the river floods, that you're entitled to a fridge and stove and bedding every time it rains, right? I also see a lot of these developments where there is no pride in home ownership. You get a house and all of a sudden you become a mechanic and you start fixing cars and bringing customers, and you know what they tell you, well, I had to eat a food, but at the end of the day, after you finish, the cleanup is never there. And it's no longer a community whereby you could go and knock on your neighbor's house and say, hey, I see you so and so, maybe I could give you a hand to clean this up, because when my house is clean and your house ain't clean, or your yard is untidy, we're not showing pride in home ownership. And there's a community in San Fernando called Pleasantville. And when those houses were built, probably in the 60s, everyone was glad to move in. And what I've noticed is that a lot of people are not taking care of the houses. And they've fallen into disrepair. And it also affects your property value, right? Right here in Monrepo, you have a man who turned a junkyard, turned a house into a junkyard, and it's right next to the HDC office, right? So if the HDC is seeing this right next door to them and do nothing, what do we expect? Law and order here has broken down. Pride in home ownership in public housing is no longer there. Everyone is just trying to survive.
There's a comment that says, once someone leaves Trinidad for America, they have all the solutions to fix Trinidad. Most cannot do nothing.
Okay.
That's
okay.
That's what, listen to this. Listen to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of ideas
Mm-hmm.
I know many people
Mm-hmm.
have given to Trinidad and Tobago, including myself,
Mm-hmm.
ideas that came out of the bowel of the beast of the United States of America that have been tried, tested, and very successful.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, they don't want no part of it. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. So this thing that once we leave Trinidad for America, yeah, when I left Chumacac, I didn't have all the experience that I have today or 10 years ago.
Right.
So I have acquired experience, and
Yes.
I didn't abandon Trinidad and Tobago,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm giving ideas of how I think,
Yes.
and my ideas may not be the best ideas, but the thing about it is that we are putting things on the table for the government to consider. Doesn't matter which government it is,
Right.
because we are thinking about what things we can bring to the table for a better Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
And that's what we are trying to do, you know.
Yeah.
But someone, when they look at us, them foreigners, them come. And by the way, Sergeant McBurnie, I also have dual citizenship. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, you have dual citizenship?
Of course. You know, but the feeling that we like it so we free is what takes precedence.
Yeah.
And that's sad. Freedom is not what they may think it is, because freedom ain't free.
Tommy, you are so right. I hear a man on the radio saying the other day, yeah, them fellas in them, let them go to Dubai now. They can't pee on the streets of Dubai, you know. They can't spit on the streets in Dubai. Imagine that. You making it peeing on the streets a good thing. And you compare that to our next country. Before you said, no, we shouldn't be peeing on the streets.
Yeah.
In some of these places, you spit. You can't even spit on the street.
Yeah.
Discipline and order. Discipline and order. And it appears that we need some discipline and order. Sergeant McBurnie, do you think we are far gone as far as discipline and order in Trinidad is concerned?
I don't want to say. In other words, I still have hope. I am still
Right.
hoping for the day that we could get in the car and drive down to the beach 6 o'clock in the PM and enjoy the beach. Because during the day, it's so hot that it'll be nice to be able to go while there's moonlight out and enjoy the beach.
You know, Sergeant McBurnie just said that, right? I'm in St. Lucia right now, and I went for a run, and it was like I'm in a place that I've never been before, right? This stranger running up and down this place, and it's like people like morning, you know, you feel so comfortable. And I'm
Yes.
asking myself,
Yes.
I don't know if I might want to take that chance now, today, in
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't think, seriously, I
Yeah.
don't think I would want to take that chance now in
And,
Trinidad
and,
and Tobago.
and the people who are commenting, they know exactly what we're talking about.
Correct, correct.
Okay? They know
Yes.
exactly what we're talking about.
Mhm.
Okay? They may feel otherwise, but they are they see it, they know it, they live it. Okay? And if we do the same thing every day, what we expect? You know? It saddens me to see what the country has become. It saddens me that on a Friday night, you drive around San Fernando and it's like a ghost town because the people are afraid to come out. It saddens me that it has come to this, right? I mean, all over the world have crime and whatnot, but when everyone is trying to get to the embassy to get a visa to go someplace else, we have a problem. We have a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
And the thing is this, is that many people will look at us and say, them look over them Americans, them three Americans, them
Yeah.
three Americans, Trini
Yeah.
American, them is American now. All they want to do is come and bash the country. Bash the country, bash the country. It's
No. Hey, all I wanted to come and do was pay the taxes on the house.
correct.
Right?
Yeah?
All I wanted to do was come and pay the taxes that's due on the house. I am not arguing whether it's right or wrong. But if the law says that you have to pay taxes, and I came to pay the tax, that's all I was trying to do. And it was so frustrating to even get information on paying the tax. It was so frustrating on the fact that some people got a tax bill and others didn't. So if you paid and your neighbor didn't, how do you feel if they're telling you that these taxes is going to help the local government? Right? Where everyone should pay their fair share. So I am not bashing them. I just want things to go accordingly. I just want to be able to walk into the passport office and apply for the passport, and you tell me when it's ready, and I'll come back and pick it up.
And you come from a background of discipline
Yes.
in what you have done in the past.
Yes.
And it I always say this, Sergeant McBurnie, a fish doesn't rotten from the tail.
Right. Rotten from the head.
It rottens from the head. And if the head is doing certain things, then other parts of the body will feel it's okay to do it because the head doing it. And it's that simple. It is just that simple. And
Yeah.
I mean, I hear in the parliament a parliamentarian making comments like if he's in a something house, you know what I mean? And I'm like, it just, I mean, it's like a runaway horse.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
how do we bring that back to some sense of normality in Trinidad and Tobago? What is it going to take?
We cannot give up on them first and foremost, right? And right now we have to arrest the problems in the schools because they are going to be next in line to do all the madness. And this bullying thing is got to stop, right? It's got to stop. We have to encourage scouting again. We have to encourage cadets again. We have to encourage Girl Guides and brownies and these things. We have to find a way to teach these children and show them that the road may not always be smooth, but if you stick with it, it will get better. And I think far too many young people have challenges from the household. And we don't have enough mentors. We don't have enough mentors. You have too many young people who are becoming parents when they themselves need parenting. And once it continues this way, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. We have to find a way to allow children to be children. We have to find a way, maybe go back to the church, because a lot of the churches now see in trouble. You have some mega churches with mega money. Those are the ones doing well. But we have to find a way, maybe to start praying again in school. There's so many things that we have given up, and the solution, the alternative, is not working. We have to be able to reach these young ones, especially the ones who scored 30 and 40 on the 11 plus exam, and you send them on to high school, and they need help. I don't know if there's enough guidance counselors in these schools. I don't know if there's enough social workers in these schools. You have a lot of children whose parents are not there for them, right? And as a result of that, they are on their own. Maybe the cell phone is one of our worst enemies, because once you could take this phone into the classroom and you are plotting who you're going to rob next and who you're going to do this and who you're going to do that, I don't think most people who are, and this is just my opinion, that a lot of people are in positions just for the money, and they don't necessarily care about these children. Not realizing that I read recently where a principal of a school was robbed by a student, a retired principal. And when the bandits saw him, "Sir, is you?" We have to find a way. Trinidad will never be America, and we don't want Trinidad to be America, because America is not perfect, right? We just want a Trinidad that we could feel safe to walk the streets, to go to the bank and withdraw our money and nobody's there to lock your neck. We want we want a Trinidad that we don't have to live with all these bars anymore and the home invasion. And we want a Trinidad that we could bring back that carefree sense of living.
So, Sergeant McBurnie, we have to go for a quick break, and when we come back, we wrap up. Second state. Folks, it's Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, Sergeant Terrence McBurnie, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget Shelly Live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And of course, we are not taking any calls today because I am on vacation. We'll be right back. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street and Sergeant Terrence McBurnie and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. So, Sarge, Tommy, you have any other questions for Sarge?
Well, I think he's answered most of my questions, and he shared quite a bit with us about his experiences and his on this particular visit. I think that he should not be a stranger to the village and or to 95.9, and from time to time we could have him come in and discuss some of the topics that we are discussing or that we are faced with. At this time, though, how do you feel about the type of relations as it goes with the different peoples of Trinidad with each other?
I think everybody wants a better tomorrow. But everyone is waiting for a Messiah to change things. And the change has to start with us. If you hire a tradesman to come and do a job, he has to have enough integrity that he will come and give you an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. If you go into the teaching profession and you go in for the money, you're in there for the wrong reason. If you go into the health and you don't love what you do, you're in there for the wrong reason. And I think that is part of the issue why a lot of people go into these professions for all the wrong reasons. So therefore, they already leave with an attitude, because they don't want to be there. They're just there for the dollar. And, we have to be able to mentor our young people. No one wants to take the time because, as far as they're concerned, the young people are not listening. But we cannot give up on them. We have to continue trying to mentor the young people of Trinidad and Tobago. Because I think a lot of them want what everyone else wants, to be able to live and provide for their family. All right? We have to be able to change the mindset. I don't care who comes into government, it really doesn't matter. What matters is how we live. What matters is communities. Where I live used to be a community where you knew everyone on the street. And now we are living in times where no one wants to talk to their neighbor. And that's a problem.
So, Sarge,
Yes.
one young person says, and this can be last just before you go. He says, I like the Sarge mindset. It's optimistic, unlike Wall Street, who is me, who is pessimist, out of gloom and doom, boy. Sarge, I like you, even though you. Sarge, you're well liked, boy. Them people like you, Sarge. Sarge, don't say too much bad thing about the government, because it's only 60 seconds for them,
Right.
You say one wrong thing, they ain't like you next,
Okay.
So but Sarge, just before you go, what is the experience on the ground? If you have been talking to people and you talking to them about these kind of things, what type of feedback do you get from the people?
Well, a lot of them don't have trust in the people in authority. Right? And if you don't have that trust in the people in authority, then you have a problem because they don't see a way out of the tailspin, right? So at the end of the day, I am encouraging more young people to seek higher office. And don't just seek the higher office for your own gain, but seek higher office and try to make a difference. Right? Getting things done. The young people know how, and they are very, very computer literate. Let us come together and make a difference. You know, every time you're going to change, you have people who object to change. But if it is proven that this change will help the masses, then let's do it. I am not here to say ketchup or mustard. It doesn't matter to me. All I want is a better Trinidad and Tobago.
You know, and Tommy Mohammed makes a very valid point. He said, look at these three guys left here years now, and one comes back regular, and he's saying it's Trinidad and Tobago remain the same way. I mean, and that is something that the government should take into consideration, that there are many people who have left Trinidad and Tobago years ago, half a century. Some of we could play for the West Indies because there are plenty of them cricketers making duck. You understand? Because half a century. You see? And we are still
Yeah.
talking and fighting
Yeah.
for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Any closing words before you go?
Yeah.
Sarge?
Well, a lot of people who would look at us as foreigners, who just go to the Calypso tent.
Yep.
If we don't come to go to the Calypso tent, who going? We have a lot of local shows, and if we don't go, they're not going, because they're into everything foreign. Right? I enjoy watching TTT, and I enjoy watching Synergy, and I enjoy watching all these old stories about Trinidad and where we were and where we are and where we should be going. But most of the masses couldn't care less. And until we bring back that love, where we're able to sit and talk with our neighbors and get to know each other, and all of us pitch in to make a better Trinidad and Tobago. Beyond that, the statistics keep going up.
You know, but Sarge, before you go, right? Somebody says, I'm not against you guys, but don't talk down to us. We have developed as a nation.
Okay.
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 Patty,
Okay.
you actually, Patty, did you time up your left hand or your right hand?
Okay. Okay.
I am not against you guys, but don't
Developed
talk
what?
down to us. We have developed as a nation.
Okay.
Tommy, what did you say, Tommy?
Developed what?
I don't know. Patty, please put down that glass. Put down that glass, Patty, please. Please put down the glass. I hope you didn't get it from Eugene or from Gordon Joseph. Put down that glass. I am not against you guys, but don't talk down to us. We have developed as a nation. Anyway, Sarge, any closing words before you go?
I am still going to continue love this island. I'm going to continue spending as much time as possible here. And if I could talk to small groups and show them that we all left here with a suitcase and a dream.
There we go. There we go.
We didn't.
Yep.
We left with a suitcase and a dream. And part of the dream was always to come back home and make a difference.
In our golden years especially.
Right? And if we, and I think throughout the years, others ahead of us have tried this and come back, and they got frustrated.
Yep. Correct.
With this, they got frustrated with this developed country status that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep. Yeah, well, as you guys know, I've moved many back who didn't last as long as the Red House fire.
Yeah.
Because they got frustrated and had to turn around and go right back to where they came from.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad that we have reached developed status. So when I go to the bank tomorrow, I expect to be treated accordingly with the developed status. When I go to the hospital, I expect to be treated as a developed country. Right?
Well, attitudes have developed.
Okay. And we have I think it has to come from the masses. We cannot look to the leaders anymore.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay? It's up to us. It's up to us. We have to continue. We cannot throw up our hands. We have to continue. To tell you how passionate I am about this wonderful country, St. Benedict's College is my alma mater. And up to yesterday, I went to see Benedict's play against Mukurapo on PRC grounds. And I would love to stay here and watch more local sport. And not just watch, but also assist in whatever way we could. Right? I'm not just talking this talk, I walk the walk. But since this is a developed country, I'll leave it there.
Sergeant McBurnie, we want to thank you so very kindly for taking the time to join us. Don't be a stranger. We really appreciate you joining us here today. Thank you very much.
All right.
And I appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
Time you gave us.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Walls.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I just want to read this comment here by Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis says, "Afternoon, guys. While living in UK, I tried to interact with the last Minister of Education, and she ignored me, bringing something different, working in youths in UK." There we go. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm saying that I'm glad that he was able to come on a short notice.
Yeah, that was excellent.
And share some of his thoughts with us. And I'm very sorry about our inability to present the show in the way we usually do. Even though you're on vacation, there's no excuse that we didn't get it right. But hopefully, on our next session, we'll have all the kinks worked out and have a smoother running operation where we can take calls and so on.
Nah, man, don't worry about it, man. It's anytime they put obstacles in your way, you gotta try to go around them obstacles, go through it, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But at least we had Sergeant McBurnie give us information. But Tommy, I want to play. Let me see something. I want to play a few videos here. Let me see if I could play these videos here. Hold on there. This is something new we trying here earlier. So only just be patient with me. Let me go here. Tommy, I thought we had that phone thing done correct, But
yes, right.
Yeah, something happened. But anyway, we can't worry about that. There's water under the bridge because we're dealing with a developed nation. Tommy.
Yes,
Tommy.
Yes,
Why
yes,
it
yes.
is? Why it is? Hold on. All right. No, no, no. Why it is we have a Minister of National Security lying to the public about monies allocated to the Ministry of National Security.
Are you
Let's take a.
surprised?
Yes, I am surprised. I'm
Okay.
surprised. Yeah?
What did you say about the tail and the head of the fish?
Oh God. What do I say again?
The
A
fish
fish
doesn't
just
run from the head, or doesn't run from the tail.
a fish doesn't run from the tail. But Tommy, listen to this. I want folks to listen to this. Listen to this.
The NM ministers caught lying. A new line item titled House Rates.
You want to know what that is? What that so-called, but this is to deal with issues of building taxes and that sort of thing. So the TTPS has to pay property tax. Taxes on buildings. Property. Is it property tax? Well, of course, if the TTPS is renting a building and the landlord imposes, if the TTPS is renting a building and the landlord imposes some or demand, I expect it will be met. So you allocated $5,000 of property tax for the entire TTPS. I did not say that. Someone who has a very small home has to pay about $4,000. I did not say that. The TTPS has to only pay $5,000 of property tax. I'm saying this is the allocation. $5,000. This I'm saying is the allocation, and if it requires more than that, adjustments will be made.
The finance minister then offered an explanation.
I'm advised by the budget division that this is a residual tax owed from long ago. Because as you will see, it's house rates. House rates and property tax are not the same thing. This is something from way back when. Okay, so you're clarifying that it is something owed long time ago. Long ago. And so long that it's $500,000 owed by $5,000. Yes, it's a very small. Yes, that would have been long before your time that it would be so small. Well, possibly.
And Jamin asked the ministers to clarify the setting up of a new unit with the word seismic in the title.
With seismic is simply to give it that potency. It's an earth-shattering fusion center.
The fact that the minister could not explain what the center is a serious concern that this government should take note of. The Minister of National Security cannot explain what you just explained, and it tells us what we have been telling you all the time. You need a new Minister of National Security. So,
Tommy?
Okay.
Tommy? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what to say. No, seriously, I don't know what to say.
Well, say there's nothing to be said.
There's nothing to be said, Tommy. What do you mean?
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Tommy. Oh, Tommy, listen to this one. Listen. Oh God, Tommy. Tommy, you see that on the screen there? What did Phil Gerald Hines just do?
He wasn't truthful.
But PNM Fox could come here. Patty will say he wasn't lying. Gordon Joseph will say he wasn't lying. PNM Fox don't already expose himself long time because he said he wasn't lying. And here's the excuse, Tommy. Here's the excuse. What? Imbert is an engineer. Hines is not. Tommy?
I thought Imbert was Minister of Finance. I didn't know he was an engineer.
Tommy, why it is you have to defend a man lying in the parliament? Why? Why? If he was not truthful, how him would explain? Okay, all right, all right. I mean,
Even what them both said is questionable.
yes, that is questionable.
I listened to what he said, and in my opinion, it's questionable.
Correct. I agree with that too. I agree with that.
Rates is not taxes. It's not rates is not what? Rates is not property taxes.
Oh
I
God.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where we are and who's
He's guarding the
zooming.
guard. He's guarding the
Who's zooming who?
and here comes Patty, shaking my head. You guys have no clue about the budget process. And play this clip. Which clip,
Yeah,
Patty?
well, if taxi drivers are taxiing airplanes,
Go ahead, Tommy.
when you give taxi drivers airplanes to taxi, that's what happens.
Wow. Wow. Really,
CPA
boy?
and finance persons deal with finance, not mechanical engineers or whatever engineers.
And Tommy, look there, no. Three of them back to back to back, you know. It's Patty, TNM Fox, and Gordon Joseph, you know. Back to back, you know. Listen to this. Back to back to back. This is Patty shaking my head. You guys have no clue about the budgeting process. And play this script. PNM Fox, you can be an engineer and hold the position of Minister of Finance. Dr. Economist was an historian and held Minister of Finance. And then here comes Gordon Joseph. It have names that you should call when it comes to lying. And you don't call those names, but you know that you know why. And what are you talking about?
You know, Dr. Williams was an exceptional human being. And even though he made many errors that affects us today.
Yeah, he did. He did. That's the truth. Gordon Joseph says, takes and McBurnie, I hope and pray because you don't have a hate heart. I hope you get through with everything, sir. To me, imagine this, eh? Imagine this, eh? A person who's a Bible pumping person talking about hate heart, right? A Bible pumping person. Tommy, take it here. Let me go and open the door for my wife, please. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
please don't get into trouble. Yeah, but for the most part, we know, and everybody knows, that a tree roots are the most important part of the tree. Because without good roots, the tree cannot be as strong as it needs to be, or last as long as that we want it to. Especially some trees versus others. And our nation may be only 62 years. How many years old? Yeah, 62 years old. But we could have accomplished a whole lot more in these 62 years because we have one that we compare ourselves to that is 62 years old also, that has set up the proper root system that allows them to grow in a flourishing manner. And we know that when you put certain basic rules in place, you follow it, you enforce it, if you really want to get the results desired. else it would all be just fluff. What say you, was?
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, well, folks, I'm back. I'm back. Wife just had to come in and had to make sure that she give me a little leeway to talk Trinidad and Tobago business, right?
Well,
So
I want to give her, I want to thank her so very much for allowing us this time because this is quality time for her.
yeah. Quality time. No. Definitely, indeed, definitely. When he finish here, I'll go and see if I could get a Moby, or maybe a Cyril Tommy.
I'm sure you will.
I could get, a Miami Moby. You know that Miami Vice drink, right? I got no a St. Lucian Moby.
You can get
But
us, you can get us our stop ice cream.
Tommy, but you know, so we was down this morning having breakfast, eh? So hey Tommy, but listen to this. Last night we had dinner. We had what is that thing called again, boy? Breadfruit and was it avocado balls, boy? Breadfruit and but I take a picture. I go share it. I go share it. But that thing tastes real good, boy. Local, you know.
Yeah, I'm
Bread,
sure.
breadfruit and what was it? Oh, breadfruit and dashing balls. Yeah, that's what it was. Breadfruit and dashing. That.
No, I haven't heard about um dashing balls. I know we
Yeah,
have, I know we have breadfruit.
well, breadfruit and dashing in one, boy. Oh, but that thing tastes real good, boy. And then just now we had guava too, boy. Guava. Yeah, because guava is very prevalent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's rich in vitamin C.
Oh God. Michael always says doubles and monkey balls. Oh God. Yeah, Brian John. Yeah, we enjoying it. We really enjoyed it. So far, it's been really good. Oh no, no. But Tommy, breadfruit and dashing in one, in balls. They have them balls, really like some ball, and
Well,
it was like
it's combined.
combined. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah. It was combined. It was a combination of one. You know, over the fence, let's say Wall Street. You could play the video of Prime Minister in waiting in Parliament. Um, I have that video in shoot. What do the boy move over the fender, boy? I wonder if I saved that, Did I save that, boy? Um, I wonder if I could play WhatsApp on here. Let me see something. No. If I open WhatsApp, okay. Let me try something. Let me try something here, Tommy. Let me try something. Tommy, you still hearing me, right?
Claro.
Let me see if I play something. Let me see if I play something, if we're gonna hear it. Tommy, tell me if you're hearing this, please.
Go ahead.
Hold on, let me see. Did you hear that?
I hear something go ping.
Let me try again. Hold on, let me try.
If it's playing, I'm not hearing anything.
All right. So we can't play. All right. No, that's all right. I was trying to see if we could have played it, but I'm playing it. Oh God. Tommy Mohammed says preparation is different. Gordon Joseph said, keep that far from me, BF. Or shit, ask them for some mountain chicken. It's very nice. You see again, Tommy. Don't you know I'm a vegan, Tommy? Seriously. I mean, all the time you in this program, you don't know I'm a vegan. Eh? Wait,
Wow.
you don't know that, Tommy. Pam. This is what I was laughing at. Gracie. Oh, she, that hat bigger than you. I'm going to take off the hat.
Yeah, bigger than you.
Yeah, Pam, how about that? Oh, God. Pam's hat bigger than me. The man when me go and eat mountain chicken, Tony. Eh?
Mountain chicken.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Okay, all right. Pam said that's better. All right, Pam. I take off the hat. Oh, the hat look. Oh, no. Make the hat look. Oh, I'm supposed to keep it like that. Pam, that better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Over the vendor here, there was a member giving an official address. No, Patricia, why you defending that, Patricia? Why? Why you defending what Stuart Young say? Oh God, everything's already defend. For me, you hear the statement what Stuart Young made in Parliament? Eh? And Patricia defending that. Palm if the cap fit where Wall Street went too far. Oh God. What is one saying here? It is true that a vegan is one who don't eat meat outside. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that cap smaller. No, no, that's the same cap, you know. This cap is the same cap, you know, but what it is that depends on what it is. You know, depends on what it is. All right, I will roll it out the cap. Volsong says business sector stable. Obviously, the apprentice living in a hole. Have you been to Port of Spain? Other small business have closed down. That coke in you and blinding you. BJ says Pam Gray is a mouse behind the profile. Can't even use his own profile to come in. Who's that? Who are you talking about? I don't know who the Belmont, the team player that started on the bench. I know who you're talking about now. But Patricia, wasn't he talking about that on social media, not in Parliament? Just asking. So Tommy, I want you all to listen to a message to the Prime Minister. Okay? Listen to this. And this is a message that if I was Prime Minister Rowley, I will really take the heart. Really. And listen to this. Because it makes a lot of sense. Take a listen to this, folks.
Bullying and the people down is a sign of strength. And I am here to tell you that is not what real strength is. It never has been. Real strength is about working hard and carrying a heavy load without complaining. Real strength is about taking responsibility for your actions and telling the truth even when it's inconvenient. Real strength is about helping people who need it and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves. That is what we should want for our daughters and for our sons.
The first words got lost, which is bullying.
Let me go back. We could get it back. Let's go. Let's try it again.
Bullying and the putting people down.
Let me go back again and play. Let me go back. Look. Patty, PNM Fox, and Gordon Joseph, all the listener. This is a message to the Prime Minister. Listen.
bullying and the putting people down.
You hear that? Let me repeat it again. Let me go back, just in case they missed it. Put on that drink. Me and Gene, you can listen to this too. I know you listening too. Listen. Big George, I know you're in East Point and you're listening. Listen careful.
Bullying and the putting people down.
Hear that? Bullying and putting people down
is a sign of strength.
Hear that?
And I am here to tell you that is not what real strength is.
Yeah? That's what's not real. That is not what real strength is. You think bullying and putting people down and calling them all kind of names is what real strength is about? Stuart Young in Parliament talking about the Z word with Miss Kamala Possessor and Kadisha Amin when they go into the bathroom. Eh? That's acceptable?
It never has been. Real strength is about working hard.
And some people say he's lazy. I don't know how true it is. I don't have any evidence of that. But there are some people who say the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is lazy.
And carrying a heavy load without complaining.
There we go. Right?
Real strength is about taking responsibility for your actions.
When you lie, take responsibility for your lies. Come to the people and tell the people, look, I didn't remember what I said yesterday, and I didn't tell the truth. Right? I said I was closing down Petrotrin. Right? I said I wasn't closing down Petrotrin, and I closed it down because certain things happened. I said Wendell Murphy wasn't on this board, and certain things happened. Right?
And telling the truth.
This is the most important one of all of them. Telling the truth, even when it's inconvenient. Let me go back to make sure I play that one properly. Yeah? I'm going to make sure I play this one. Listen to this one audio.
For your actions and telling the truth, even when it's inconvenient.
Telling the truth, even when it's inconvenient. You could have come to the people and tell them, listen, we're closing down Petrotrin because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Tell the truth.
Real strength is about helping people who need it.
Why don't you help the 26% of poor black people living below the poverty line? Help them when they need it. All sufferers want to know is where the next plate of food coming from. You know? That's it.
And standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves. That is what we should want for our daughters and for our sons.
There you go. A message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Tommy. Huh? Oh, God. Tommy, I don't know. I don't know. They call... What's that? Yes, no. Whoever talketh, think please he's a parliamentarian. Okay, whatever, man. Who was the what? Yeah, it was the PNM who talked about the road between the leg. I don't know. Wall Street have Obama too, and he lies as president. So, all right, okay. Tommy.
Yes.
Let's say Obama told lies as president. So it's acceptable if Obama told lies for Prime Minister Rowley to tell lies. Is that what he's saying?
That's what he's saying. He's saying Obama lies, so it's
So
okay for.
Yep. Yeah, more very friendly, you're right. Because UNC does it. It's okay for the PNM to do it. Monkey see, monkey do. Is that what it is? That's what I said, Tommy?
Yep.
Oh God, Tommy. Oh God, Tommy boy, your partner coming with a vengeance, Tommy. Vengeance. Patricia says, OFC, you watch Parliament at Patricia Reed, we all the lies are stated, no wonder you repeat narratives. Tommy, you could read that on the screen there?
Wall Street, I hold no allegiance to any political party. Keep my name out.
Oh God. I mean, man vex, boy, he vex. All right, Mean Gene. I will remove you from the PNM. Tommy, I'm removing Mean Gene from the PNM, okay? Patty says, Mova Defender, I'm saying that was crosstalk while the others put things on public and address the record. Patty, he had a hot mic and he was told about the hot mic. He was told about the hot mic. You understand? Tommy, you know, Tommy, I have, you know what, Tommy? Let me see if I could find something to play here. I'm going to show you that Stuart Young behavior is very consistent. Let me see if I have it here. I don't know if I put it here, but let me try to see if I have it. I may have it or I may not have it. I don't think I saved it. No, I don't have it here. Okay, I don't have it there. All right, I have another video there. All right. You heard what was said before to him? Okay. Together with 97 million British pounds, Malcolm Jones borrowed and weight is about 25 billion TT wasted or stolen from the patriotic people of TNT under the PNM. Michael Lewis, yes. Trinidad and Tobago does have a minister of labor. His name is what? McClatchy, I think. McClatchy, Tommy, or McClatchy, something like that.
McClatchy.
Yeah, I think it's McClatchy. Something like that. Nobody defends Patricia Reed. That's why things will never change in our country. Tommy Mohammed said, Rajendra, that 25 billion TT dollars could have done a lot for Trinidad and Tobago. Margaret says, Patricia Reed, you realize everything is recorded on the handstand, right? No, I don't think Patricia knows that. You think she knows that, Tommy, or she just
she must be aware.
Tommy, when Sergeant McBurnie talked about the things for property tax, right? But first, let me go to this story. You know Jindal is exiting an oil venture with PDVSA, right? Let's listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Can we hear? Will we hear?
Yeah, you'll hear it. I'm gonna play it now. Okay, let's listen to this, folks. This is the person who Prime Minister really wanted, the government of Trinidad and Tobago wanted to do business with.
Jindal exits oil venture with Venezuela's PDVSA. India's Jindal Power Ltd is walking away from a venture that would have operated an oil processing facility for Venezuela's state-controlled crude producer, according to a Bloomberg report. The October 9th, 2024, article stated Jindal is exiting the deal under which it would have overseen one of Petroleo's de Venezuela's key installations for producing and processing heavy crude oil for export. The report quoted people who asked not to be named discussing non-public information. It stated that despite the deal's collapse, Jindal continues to operate Venezuela's largest iron ore complex, a project it has led since late 2023. The unraveling upgrader agreement is illustrative of PDVSA's difficulties finding deep-pocketed partners to help revive Venezuela's crude industry amid domestic political turmoil and crippling U.S. sanctions, stated Bloomberg. The report stated Jindal agreed and made a partner with PDVSA in the Petrosedino venture located in the oil-rich Orinoco Belt. For Jindal, the $300 million plan to renovate upgrading equipment and make other improvements represented its first foray into the oil sector. But the companies failed to reach a final agreement on control of the operation, the people said. Petrosedino's oil fields reached a maximum output of 160,000 barrels a day in the mid-2000s. In June this year, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley met with Naveen Jindal, chairman of Jindal Steel and Power Ltd., at the Diplomatic Center, St. Anne's. It was reported that Jindal was interested in the potential of the Petrotrin refinery, and this was part of his discussions with Rowley. The Prime Minister had told the Express he was totally unaware Jindal is currently before the courts in India fighting corruption allegations. In August this year, Rowley read a letter from Jindal where Jindal stated his company will not proceed with making a bid for the refinery because of the character assassination and attacks from the United National Congress, UNC, opposition.
So, Tommy, there you have it. That's who we were going to be doing business with. Yep, that's it.
That's right.
And Tommy, we haven't had an update yet on Oando PLC, the other company that is involved in corruption, who was one of the finalists for the 3 companies for the refinery. We haven't heard anything about that, right? Van Meyer saying
not one
word. We will see lots like Jindal pulling out of oil and gas deal. Oil and gas is on the way out. That's happening on the electric front. Yeah, correct is right. You know, Tommy.
That's why it's ludicrous to say that 1.5 billion was deposited in an account for the Petrotrin refinery.
Oh, it's talking about the fake thing that they came up with?
Yeah.
But, Tommy, you know what? You know what? I don't know, you know. Why you focusing on one company and there's 3 involved? You know why P&M Fox? Because one was involved in corruption. There's the other one, right? What the questions are being asked, who makes up their board of directors? P&M Fox. There's concern about who makes up the board of directors. I think which one is the local company, Tommy? I don't remember. Is it CRO Consortium?
Yeah, I think that's the name.
Right. It's a local company. Inquiring minds want to know. P&M Fox, wouldn't you want to know that? Won't you want to know? All right, let me say the UNC was in power. They picked 3 companies. One of them involved in corruption. And one is a local company, P&M Fox. Wouldn't you want to know who makes up that board of directors?
Who's who?
Wouldn't you want to know? Huh? No, I don't think you would have want to know, Tommy. Nah, you wouldn't want to know.
As long as it gets sold, they don't care.
Yeah. They don't care. Oh, God. Tommy, please read that post, please. Please read that post.
If they're involved in corruption, they may be disqualified in the first bid or in the final bid.
Yeah. Tommy, Make that make sense, please. Make that make
So
sense.
you're gonna go to a final bid before you do your due diligence.
Yeah, but when I leave here, folks, I'm sorry, yeah, but when I leave here, I'm gonna see if they have any vegan, non-alcoholic drink. See if I go get my little hair. Tommy, Tommy,
I think you gotta run 5 miles up the hill.
Tommy, you think I could get a vegan, non-alcoholic drink, but you think I'll get hair from that?
I feel you'll do better running up that hill.
Yeah. I go get hair just running up there. Oh God, no, I ain't gonna lie, boy. PNM Fox, you take the cake, boy. You select 3 companies, Tommy, and one of the companies you select, right, was involved in corruption, and you're gonna be disqualified from the final bid. And Fox, let me give you a round of applause for that. I had to give him a round of applause for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you think I should give him a round of applause for that?
Well, anything you mind tell you, but that be a wise guy.
No, you
Anyway.
getting a round of give him a round of applause, Tommy. A short one. Take this one. Very short one. You vetting companies, folks, put your closing comments in the chat. Only closing comments in the chat. You vetting companies, Tommy, and a company fall through the cracks that was involved in corruption. Jindal, same thing. Hafet, same thing. Trinidad is gold, silver, and bronze, under this Prime Minister Rowley government. As far as dealing with companies. Who next, boy? Hey, Tommy, they're going to sell TSTT to here, or the 51% shares, or whatever it is. You never know, We have to watch that next.
If you Cable Wireless gonna buy it, but I don't 100%.
Well, Cable Wireless is a good company, though, right?
Yeah, they're the partner.
Yeah. What you say? Try Balize juice. It's non-alcoholic. But Tommy, as he said that, Tommy, I went in the dining room this morning to have breakfast. What I see on the table, I just showed that picture. A Balize boy. So I asked, the waitress, I said, hello. I said, all you have Balize in Grenada. All you have Balize in St. Lucia too? She said, yeah. I said, Tommy, I ain't gonna lie. I take a picture. I go send the picture. I will show you the picture. I go show you the picture. But this one yellow, eh? This one yellow and not red. They say, nah,
So
but
you
you know. That one yellow boy, Tommy, I take a picture with it. I don't say take a picture with it. I take a picture.
You see Balize in it.
Yeah, I take a picture with it. Yeah? Or somebody says mountain chicken from Grenada. Who said that?
Yeah.
Come on, eh? Yeah. Hold on. Nah. Patricia, you sure mountain chicken is in Dominica, not St. Lucia? Oh God, Patricia. Yeah, it's in Dominica. Eh?
Dominica, I heard about it before.
Oh, you mean your fact check Gordon Joseph right there? Nah. And it says, hope you continue to enjoy your dashing and breadfruit balls. But I have to leave you guys now to go teach some leather craft. Thank you very much, Anna. All right, let me see. Put your closing comments in the chat, folks. Put your closing comments in the chat. Tell me, are you going to see what I have? St. Lucian. Oh, Tommy, boy, your partner get information, but he say Balize is a tropical plant.
Okay.
Yeah. Volsang say, Wall, so long as you don't take that cocaine, these joggers are defending. Okay, let me read that. Go find your vegan meal and enjoy. Hope tomorrow broadcast issues are resolved. Yeah, but we go try our best. We go try our best. We go try our best. Oh God, Fox type of next thesis. I started sending thesis twice. Tried Balize juice. I tell you, mountain chicken, you don't have to eat the meat. Just drink the sauce, bro. Right. Regent just says, so you know the taste and side effects of Balize juice. Most companies have allegation of corruption. Yeah, most of them just come to Trinidad. Yeah, most of them come to Trinidad. All right. Yeah. What's that? That you should tell us that it's only you and 6 hate Balize. But how much tendering process have been scrapped because they did not get the contractors they wanted? Anyway, so folks, my closing comment, I mean, on my phone, my closing comment is, let's see here. I go on. Oh, look the plan there. I'll just send that picture to me. I mean, there is street Julian Alfred real good in this country, but she's the girl who won the Olympic gold medal in the 100 and the silver in the 200. My closing quote, yeah, the Olympic medals, yeah. Be happy with the little that you have. There are people with nothing who still manage to smile. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, use 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
Someone may not remember what you've said or what you have done, but they never forget how you make them feel. Someone may forget what you have said and what you have done, but they never forget how you make them feel. Like I always say, you have to become that change that you want to see. You, the man in the mirror. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Stay strong. See you tomorrow, God willing. Good night.
Thank you, Tommy. Oh boy. Let me read this thesis by P&M Fox. Closing comments. The topic of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley being replaced as political leader of the People's National Movement is not an issue currently up for consideration, said Foster Cummins, Member of Parliament for Lahakita Talpara yesterday. In addition, how much does it cost to live in Georgetown, Guyana? Summary of the cost of living in Georgetown, Guyana. A family of 4 estimated monthly cost at $2,939.07, which is $615,231.03 Guyanese dollars without rent. A single person estimated whatever that is. Gordon Joseph says, tell your wife, do enjoy the holidays, get back safe. It's coming, guys. There'll be pain and pain for those who do not prepare. Folks, we are out of here. See you. See you tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to be here tomorrow, folks, but I'm sure Tommy will be here with you. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting you up. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me
Nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. Yes, I'm like some goats when they come looking for votes. Say to empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place. Champion.